AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yusuf. And Mr. Toby Tumpley. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day. Yep.
It's hump day.
It is hump day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
The entire day.
Hump day.
A day where Brian Kelly has to address idiots.
It's hump day.
Yes, you're an idiot.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You found your way on Twitter or message board to talk about a torn oblique, you're an idiot.
Hump day.
Might sound rude.
It's hump day.
Don't care.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You're an idiot.
Hump day.
You deserve to be called an idiot.
It's hump day.
Brian Kelly was way nicer to you than I will be.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Because you're an idiot.
Hump day.
We'll talk to the airport next hour.
It's hump day.
Brian Field will be here.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Aside from allowing planes to come and go hither and thither,
Hump day.
he also covers the New York Football Giants.
It's hump day.
Brian Field next hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Jake Crane will be here in hour 3.
Hump day.
Russ had to cancel today.
It's hump day.
Pick up with Russ next week.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, let's get going. A lot to do today. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Hey, Muse, how long has the internet existed?
30 years. 30, somewhere 30 years, yeah.
I feel like the internet's existed way longer than that. Maybe like the public internet as we all kind of know it might be a good gauge. Remember Al Gore back in the day said he invented the internet.
The internet first functional January 1st, 1983.
83. So 42 years.
42 years, yeah.
I feel like it's older than that even. But anyway, for as long as the internet has existed, we've heard the phrase, don't believe what? Don't believe what, Muse? What's the phrase? Don't believe
everything you hear on the internet or read on the internet.
Thank you. You don't hear it on the internet. You read it on the internet. Come on. But yes, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Yet all day yesterday, I had 500 of you send me screenshots of some moron who tweeted and posted on Tiger Droppings about Garrett Nussmeier having a torn oblique. And every one of you who asked me about it, you're stupid. I shouldn't say that. That's mean. It's very mean. You're not stupid. You did a stupid thing. Because you violated the one truth that we all know, which is don't believe everything you read on the internet. And I think some of you are so eager to believe that there's some grand conspiracy going on with Garrett Nussmeier as to why the offense is struggling. That you're willing to believe no-named losers who post stupid things on the internet. You're like the tinfoil hat guy. I mean, I don't even want to give it any more credence. People ask me all the time, what's your Tiger Dropping screen name? Hey, loser. I haven't been on Tiger Dropping since 2008. I know the reason why. Because of stupidity like that. If you want to waste your time there, go ahead. I think that's stupid. You're wasting valuable minutes of your life you'll never get back. How does it come to pass that I'm sitting here starting my radio show talking about this, and the head coach of the LSU Tigers got asked on the SEC coaches teleconference earlier today by a credible reporter who is credentialed and has access to the SEC coaches teleconference to ask Brian Kelly a question, and ends up asking this question because one idiot, one moron, one stupid person who thinks he has a source or is just trolling everybody, put something on the internet and enough of you believe it because you're stupid. This is Brian. Here's Brian Kelly. Here's the answer to the question everybody wants to know, since the one idiot on Tiger Droppings and on Twitter put out that Garrett Nussmeier's got a torn oblique and he's an idiot, and enough of you idiots believed it. So some other reporter had to ask Brian Kelly to answer the question to dispel the rumor from the idiot, the moron who posted it, and the people who were stupid enough to believe it.
That's misinformation. Those are not based on any facts. They're quite silly, actually. And I know you have to ask the question because people want to know, but this is misinformation. Yeah, early on, he had an ab strain, not a core injury in terms of what a core injury that we deal with. And it's been slow to heal. But as I had mentioned, he's on the backside of that, and he's getting rest this week, and he'll be the Garrett Nussmeier that he needs to be as we get into the very difficult part of our schedule.
And even with that, some of you aren't going to believe it. Just like in fall camp when, boy, there was a meltdown. Hey, remember that time Garrett Nussmeier tore? Remember that, Muse, when Garrett Nussmeier tore his ACL in fall camp? Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
Remember when that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remarkable recovery. That like the next practice he was out there with nothing more than a little sleeve on his knee, and hasn't been limited by that at all. Remarkable. Fastest recovery I've ever seen from a torn ACL.
History making.
Legitimately amazing. Way easier to come back from a torn ACL than a toe. Just say it. You got a toe.
Don't do this.
You got a toe.
Okay, look, man. Oh,
You got a toe. You're out for a good month.
those require surgery sometimes. Look at
Joe
Joe Burrow. Yeah,
He's got a toe.
He does.
He's out for the year.
pretty bad toe.
3 months. 4 months, whatever it's going to be. I get annoyed by things like this because they're so avoidable. And I think smart people lose their common sense a lot of times when it comes to sports, and this is one of those instances. Brian Kelly said it repeatedly now since the Florida game. Garrett Nussmeier, torso, ab strain, whatever it is, limited him. They limited his reps. They're getting him rest. We've been over this a million times. The offense stinks right now because they can't run the football and won't run the football. By the way, do you realize against Ole Miss on Saturday, do you know how many times in the game a running back carried the football in consecutive plays? LSU ran 54 plays. You want to guess? Anybody want to guess? How many times? How many times did a running back carry the ball in consecutive plays?
One.
Twice. Harlan Berry at the goal line when he had his touchdown. Ran the ball in back-to-back plays. Earlier in the game, they had a running play, and then Nuss scrambled for a yard, but that was a passing play called. Can't run the ball if you don't try. Your offensive line right now stinks. You want to blame Brad Davis? Fine. Blame Brad Davis. I don't blame whoever you want. Blame young guys trying to come along. Okay. Blame Joe Sloan for bad play calls. I don't care who you blame. There's lots of blame to go around. They all deserve it. But can we please stop acting like Garrett Nussmeier's out there? Like, Do you remember in 2020 when Miles Brennan tore his oblique against Missouri? It cost him the rest of the season. God bless Walker Howard tore his oblique in a game for ULL earlier this year. He had to have surgery at the Andrews Institute in Birmingham to repair it. He's going to be done for the season. You don't tear an oblique and just rest it for a day and a half or a week and a half and then come back and play 5 games in the SEC. That's stupidity. Stop listening to stupidity. Please, I'm begging you. Maybe the best piece of advice I could give you is if it doesn't come from someone credible, don't believe it. It does, and you don't have to look at me. I don't care if you think I'm credible. You don't have to. I'm not the one here reporting it. But there are people who support their family, who pay their mortgage. Like their job professionally is to be reporters, to spend their professional life cultivating sources, to get good information, to report the news. That's what they're trained to do. It's what they spend their professional lives doing. And I know I sound preachy and some of you are going to be annoyed by it. I don't care. I got news for you. You don't have a source. You think I have a source. No, you don't. No, you don't. The athletic director at LSU will take my call. The head coach, they will all take my call. Boosters will take my call. All of the people particulars, they will all take my call. I don't even know fully what's going on. You don't have a source. I promise you. You don't have a source.
Yeah, I do, man. Because Garrett Nussmeier's girlfriend is in my best friend's class. And her uncle works at the plant with my dad. They said Garrett tore his oblique.
Great, thanks. Neato. I'm in a mood, y'all. Not the best way to start a show, I get it. It's just so massively annoying to have to do this again after we just did this a month ago in fall camp when people melted over the stupid knee thing, which was not a thing. This is football. Everyone that has ever played football in the history of ever has played hurt. Everybody. It is impossible to play this sport and not be affected. Guess what? Aaron Anderson is going to play the rest of the season with a bum elbow. Braylon Moore is playing on a high ankle sprain. Whenever Caden Durham comes back, he's going to be on a high ankle sprain. Trey'Dez Green's out there with a knee brace because he hyperextended his knee, sprained his MCL. Like, everybody's hurt. West Weeks is out there with a calf strain, with a sleeve. Whit Weeks was dinged at the end of the game. Everybody's hurt. Everybody plays hurt. Everybody. Okay. I'm going to grab a break, come back, we're going to have a good show. We're going to change the vibes around here, be excited about it. But I want to remind you again, since Al Gore invented the internet in 1983, as Muse told us, there's one rule. Muse, don't screw it up. Say it again, Muse, and don't screw it up this time. What's the one rule?
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
That's it. How does this happen? Like, I don't understand how this happens. You just want so badly to believe there's something nefarious? Cobble texted me and said, why did you cut out Shay's name? I didn't know it was Shay. Shay asked the question on the teleconference. I didn't know it was Shay.
Yeah, Shay asked the question on the teleconference.
I didn't know it was Shay. I just heard the answer. Muso listened to the teleconference, cut the answers. I heard the answer. I didn't know Shay asked the question. Shay's reputable. Shay is reputable. If Shay Dixon had reported that, I'd believe it. A guy with a fake name? Don't believe it. You want to do this exercise? Who else is reputable? Pete Nakos. He's reputable. Who else is reputable? Matt Zenitz. Ross Dellinger. Pete Thamel. Any other one? Brett McMurphy. Who else? Who else you got, Muse? Who else is reputable?
Chris Lowe.
Chris Lowe, reputable. Reported that Nick Saban broke the news about Saban retiring. Broke the news about all the conference annual rivalries.
Yep.
There's a lot of good ones here. Wilson is reputable. Scott Rabolet's been around forever. Cobble's been around forever. Jacques, lots of reputable people. They do a great job. Listen to them. You don't have to listen. Don't listen to me. Listen to them. Don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. I should stop saying stupid. That's not a good thing to say. It's not a nice thing to say. It's not polite. I'm annoyed by this whole thing. Here we are again. Oh, Nussmeier, torn oblique. Like, do you like? Does that resonate? How dumb that is? A torn oblique. Jesus. Okay, we're brought to you by. I need a Bud Light. You know what? This is gonna be hot. This is not gonna be good, is it, Muse?
That's when you did it. I was like, that's gonna be just so hot. It was a great sound though when you twisted that top off. I mean, that's always good.
You know what, Muse?
What?
Because it's like cold in here in the closet. It's not terrible.
That is true.
Terribly warm. It tastes delicious. It's just not warm. So it's got a little bit of a chill on it.
Huh. Yeah, it's freezing on this floor all the time.
How many people do you think believe this is actual beer in here? It's actual beer.
Did they read it on the internet? Because a lot of people, if that's the case, yeah.
Well, if you're watching this, you're watching on the. Well, you could be watching on WBTR.
Could do that too.
Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light. Well, you heard the crack. I mean, that was the initial open of this beer bottle. And that was beer. I was drinking beer. I needed that. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. And the LSU Tigers, whose quarterback is Garrett Nussmeier, who does not have a torn oblique. It's AFR.
After further review.
Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Going to tell you all throughout the day about Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Obviously, gents, if you want to feel your best, Goodwood can help. As we age, every one of us, as we age, our body produces less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel. Goodwood can help you fix that. They can safely, affordably supplement you to get you to healthy levels. Maybe it's testosterone. Maybe it's growth hormone or other things. And I know people might think growth hormone, isn't that what Barry Bonds? Well, yeah, if you're Barry Bonds and you abuse it for a bunch of years and you're like your head swells. But healthy levels is what we're talking about here to get you back to your normal healthy levels, to have you feel great, waking energy, sleep better at night, have more libido, be able to burn fat, build muscle, all the things that your hormones contribute to. Hormone replacement therapy can be an amazing, amazing way to revitalize the way you feel every day. And they'll help you there at yourgoodwood.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Cleveland's up 6-1 on Detroit. Top 9. Detroit's got the bases loaded. Detroit won game 1 yesterday. What was Otter's pick for the first game today? You remember?
It was the Cleveland Guardians.
Okay, so you had Cleveland bouncing back. Good.
He did.
I made the play. I made it blindly because Ott gave it out yesterday. I made it blindly. Glad I did. Looks like that's going to hit. Although the bases are loaded. Bases were loaded last night with nobody out in the ninth inning. Well, there's 2 outs here in the ninth inning now. And Mike Stanton struck out.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Old Mike Stanton.
Yeah.
You don't get to be called Giancarlo.
He waved at a splitter.
I've hated this baseball season since before it started. I've no confidence in anything good. I was yesterday. I was emotionally flatlined yesterday watching the Yankees and the Red Sox. Ball game. There we go. Cash that ticket. That was more emotion watching that just now than I had at any point in that game yesterday, Muse, with the Yankees and the Red Sox. When Garrett Cole was injured before the season started, I checked out. They started pretty good. Then they were awful in June. They were like, what are these people? Are they going to fire Boone in the middle of the year? It was bad. And then they decided to be good again and finish tied for the best record in the AL. But because they lose a tiebreaker, they got to play the wild card. And of course, they lose yesterday on their home field. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just emotionally disinterested, which means they'll probably now win the next 2, go on and win the World Series, and I'll have to see.
Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. But, I mean,
they're the betting favorite to go to represent the AL?
I mean, that's...
Don't get crazy.
They're the Yankees.
What do you
They're
mean?
always going to be heavily public. They're the Yankees.
Hold on. It doesn't matter if they're heavily public, Muse. The point, you understand this, the point of odds is to generate two-sided action. If it were heavy public action, then the Cowboys would be favored to win the Super Bowl every year. And the Lakers would be favored to win the NBA championship every year. That's not the point of how betting lines and odds are posted. You understand that. They finished with the best record in the AL, and they were playing great in the final month of the season. But I just know how it's going to go. Mike Stanton's going to strike out.
Good old Mike.
With the bases loaded and nobody out in the ninth.
Good old Mike, man.
I texted Muse last night. And Mike Stanton calling himself Giancarlo is like Ricky Bobby. Not Ricky.
No, not Ricky.
Bobby Boucher's dad calling himself Roberto at the end of the movie.
Ciao.
Ciao, Roberto.
Roberto. That's what I responded with, was ciao, Roberto.
Roberto.
Oh,
it's like, no.
Good.
You're Mike. You're not fooling anybody. Bobby Boucher.
Visualize an attack. So that's what Mike didn't do.
Use it on the field.
He didn't visualize an attack.
Oh, he attacked.
Just a splitter.
Yeah, didn't know what he was
really
attacking.
Good splitter.
He didn't know what he was attacking.
Yeah.
All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Get the show on track a little bit. I was annoyed at the start of the show, and I apologize. Sometimes, actually, I don't really apologize. Sometimes I have trouble masking my emotions when I feel a certain way. And I don't know. I guess maybe a part of it is everybody does something professionally. You know what I mean? Like whatever you do professionally, you do really well. But when you do a job in the media, it's so public that a lot of people think that they can do it. And it's not easy to be a reporter, to be a good one. And by the way, I'm not a reporter. I'm a conversationalist. I'm a talk show host. We talk about things. I give opinions. Some are good, some are bad, some are right, some are wrong. Like I don't break news here. I'm not a reporter. But ones that are do a really good job. And it's hard to do that. Like it's hard to develop enough credibility like Brett, like Chris Lowe last week, to have someone in the SEC office leak to him the SEC annual rivals, right? I mean, someone leaked to him that story the day before, and he was able to break it. Like, think about Rappaport and Schefter. I mean, they're at the top of their game. But there's a lot of skill and time and effort and patience and cultivating of relationships to develop those types of relationships, to get that type of information. And when you just so flippantly throw something on the internet and have people believe it, it annoys me. It does. It's a gigantic pet peeve. And for as great as the internet is and can be at spreading goodness, I mean, there's wonderful things that happen on the internet every day. People have fundraisers on the internet, and there's amazing videos of people doing good works, and it spreads and it allows worldwide connectivity, and there's wonderful things about the internet. But there's also stupidity, and that's just an example of it yesterday. So, listen, we'll all find out to what degree Garrett Nussmeier is able when they get off the bye. But Brian Kelly told you after the Florida game, they're resting him. He was on the backside of it, of the torso deal in camp, and and he was going to need the bye to get to be 100%, and we'll see. He said it, reiterated today that he's on the backside of it. And I would highly recommend anybody. I've heard this a lot today. Charles Handegriff and Richard Dixon do a show called The Handycast, and it's on YouTube if you want to go check it out. I would highly recommend it. They do some film study. They look at the All-22, and it's very enlightening, whether you want to go deep dive into film study or not. It is an enlightening thing to see. And they were walking in here as we were walking out. One of the plays they looked at was the 50-yard pass to Xavier Thomas, which looked like a terrible ball. Xavion's on the right side, and he has man coverage. The safety's on the left side of the field. Xavier beats his man off the line. I mean, his hand goes up in the air like, throw it. I'm open. He's going down the hash, and he will walk into the end zone if Nuss gets it out to him. But Nuss doesn't throw the deep ball, the go route. He throws what effectively would act like a deep post to the middle of the field with the logo, which allowed the safety to get over, almost intercept it. Xavier had to completely redirect. And I think a lot of people look at it and go, see his arm strength. He can't throw. He's accurate. And then when you pan out and you look, Paul Mabenga got blasted by the defensive end and knocked into Garrett Nussmeier's feet. So instead of having his knee rolled by a 300-pound man, Nussmeier hopped back while he threw the ball, which is why it was short and inaccurate. But you don't see that. You just think, his torso, his shoulder, is whatever. A lot of times there's context to a lot of those things. It's helpful. So I would recommend it. Go watch Handycast. They did a good job with it. All right, it's after further review. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com. Locations all over South Louisiana. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Friends over at Shaw Bills have been around since 1968. It's incredible. The amount of time they've been in business, treating people the right way. They can do the same for you. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Remember, you can schedule service online. You can shop tires online. It's all there for you at ShawBillsTire.com. When you walk in any of the Shaw Bills locations, whether you're dropping off your vehicle or you're waiting for your vehicle to be serviced, they're going to treat you great. If you're waiting, I always find it really productive when I wait. They got comfortable furniture, flat screen TVs, free high-speed Wi-Fi. They got a clean kitchenette where you can drink coffee. It's great. It's Shaw Bills. ShawBillsTire.com. ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills. We keep you rolling. All right, y'all, it is after further review. The Saints attendance report from practice today is out. I want to run through that. We're waiting on the official injury report for Saints getting ready for the Giants, but the attendance report is out. And again, the story we were watching was Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill, because a day ago, their 21-day windows were activated. Remember, Taysom was injured at the beginning of December. Foster was interviewed in the final playing date in January against the Bucs. Both suffered devastating knee injuries. But on Monday, both came off of PUP. Their 21-day window was open to return. And so what, if anything, are those guys doing at practice now as they sort of ramp up to their return? We got our first look at that today. We'll talk about that as we come back. We'll also go around the SEC. Taylor Calandro will be here in about 15 minutes to answer all your booze questions. We're glad you're hanging out on a Hump Day edition of AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 30 years. Get Gordon and get it done. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done. It's Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Hey, listen, I know we talk all the time about big truck wrecks, and we talk a lot about car wrecks and accidents like that. But if you go to Gordon's website, getgordon.com, getgordon.com, there's a tab that says practice areas, and it'll tell you all the different types of cases that they handle, from car accidents and truck accidents to different types of personal injury, offshore and maritime, slip and fall, Social Security, disability, workers' comp. There's so many different types of injuries that could fall under their purview. Effectively, if you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, get Gordon and get it done. So go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, or you can call the 8s. Get Gordon and get it done.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Well, it's good news. We're waiting on the official injury report for the Saints' first day of practice, getting ready for the Giants. But Ross Jackson was out there at the media availability today. You can read about it at louisianasports.net. And Ross reporting Taysom Hill and Foster Moreau did, in fact, return to Saints practice today. We know that their 21-day window had opened up on Monday to return from the physically unable to perform list, which is fantastic news, which means now they've got 21 days to be added to the active roster. So it doesn't mean that they'll be active for Sunday's game against the Giants, but they've got 21 days now to get into playing shape, to get ready to be added to the 53-man roster, at which point then they would be eligible to play in a game. So that's again, not likely to happen this weekend, but this is the very first and essential step, these guys being back out at on the practice field, which was awesome. So we'll wait on the injury report to know what the official injury designation is. I would assume it's going to be that they were limited participants, but we'll get that again a little bit later here in the afternoon when both the Saints and the Giants officially released the first injury report of the week. But Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill back at Saints practice, which is great news. And look, you're talking about a Saints team that at tight end, Juwan Johnson is more of a pass catcher. We know that. Stoll is a guy that I think at times has played well, considering. But I mean, Foster Moreau is a guy that was a big free agent acquisition a couple of years ago, and is your more prototypical tight end. And for an offense that has really been stuck in the mud a little bit, you get a weapon like Taysom Hill back at any point, it's going to add a different layer and dimension of the offense, as we all know. So a great opportunity getting those two guys back. I mean, you're getting effectively two starters back to your NFL roster. It almost acts as like a trade or free agent acquisition in the middle of the season when you're able to add guys like that. I mean, as of right now, you're 27th in the NFL in passing. You're 10th in rushing after a very nice performance this past week against Buffalo, but you're 28th out of 32 in scoring. You're averaging 16.5 points per game. That's, again, 28th out of 32. And defensively, you got to get better. Saints are allowing 30 points a game. That's 30th in the NFL. But maybe facing a rookie quarterback in his first road start is just what the doctor ordered for the Saints on both sides of the ball, and we'll see the latest on Moreau and Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill as we move along. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us. We're brought to you by Arco Power Systems, arco.com, 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 ARCCO, arco.com. We talk a lot in the Gulf South about generator power. Most of the time it's about for your home whenever a storm comes, and what do you do if a storm comes and knocks the power out? Well, Arco Power Systems isn't so much concerned with your home. It's not to say they're not concerned, but it's not their business model. This is energy for your business. ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. And I want you to understand, Arco, for 4 decades, has continued to grow into the Gulf South's leader in this space. As a matter of fact, they have offices as far west as San Antonio, east to Mobile, north to Little Rock. They're about to open in Dallas and Houston as well. And they can help you with standby generator power for your business. This is Generac Industrial Energy. It's Arco Power Systems. Check them out at arco.com. And you might say, well, Matt, what type of business is any business? It's from the industrial sector, the hospitals and nursing homes, grocery stores, gas stations, media companies. If you have any type of business, when the power goes out and you need standby power, you need Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. Do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Late in the game against Georgia, safety Keon Sabb, was not in the game during that critical stretch. Kalen DeBoer said that Sabb is good to go for Saturday's game against Vanderbilt. Quote, he'll be playing Saturday. It was on the teleconference earlier today. Missed a big chunk of last year due to injury as well. Played in all 4 games so far in 2025.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Kirby Smart gave an injury update to right tackle Ernest Green, who entered the season as a preseason All-SEC selection, but he's kind of had a nagging back injury. He's a redshirt junior. It's limited him to just a handful of snaps so far. He missed last game against Alabama. Kirby Smart gave an update, so they don't have a timeline on him returning, but he's getting better. With Green unavailable, the Bulldogs relied on redshirt sophomore Bo Hewley and true freshman Juan Gaston at a right tackle by committee approach.
The Florida Gators.
Defensive back Aaron Gates is going to undergo shoulder surgery. Swamp 24/7 first to break that news. He was injured in the loss to Miami. Later seen in a sling, didn't return to the game. Gates' surgery is a little bit of a surprise considering Billy Napier on Monday said that the team had gotten, quote, good news on Gates' injury. But apparently he's going to be shut down for the remainder of the season. In the rotation, Sharif Denson will likely be next up.
The Missouri Tigers.
And Missouri safety Caleb Flagg will enter the transfer portal. Made the announcement on social media earlier Wednesday. He had previously decided to redshirt for the remainder of the season. He played in the first 4 games, but then decided he wouldn't give up this year of eligibility. Transferred to Missouri before 2024 from Houston Christian, but now will be leaving Missouri for his remaining eligibility. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC. Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Remember, they also have all different types of non-pharmaceutical options for health and for healing. If it's muscle and tissue repair, if it's anxiety, helping with weight loss, gut issues. Modern medicine and science is amazing, and there's a lot of non-pharmaceutical options that Goodwood has that you owe it to yourself if you want to feel your best to learn more. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Learn more at yourgoodwood.com. That's yourgoodwood.com. We will talk Saints-Giants. Ryan Field will be here in about 45 minutes from right now. He covers the New York Giants. We'll get a closer look at the Saints' opponent as this point spread now has flipped, by the way. The Saints are now a 1.5-point favorite. That opened with the Giants as a 1.5-point road favorite. It's flipped now as New Orleans is a 1.5-point home favorite on Sunday. So a great opportunity for the Saints to get their first win of the season in the Dome. It is interesting, however, that the New Orleans Saints, and in the updated playoff odds, do have the worst odds in the entire NFC to make the playoffs. This is all up at LouisianaSports.net if you wanted. The other maybe most interesting things, the Bills have the best odds to make the playoffs, but the Bengals, the Commanders, Texans, and Vikings were all favored to make the playoffs at the beginning of the season and are now favored to miss the playoffs. And obviously, with the Bengals and the Commanders, it's been injuries at quarterback. With the Vikings as well, the Texans, it was just the slow start that's now put them behind the 8 ball. But the Bengals are now my Super Bowl prediction. Can I get a redo? I mean, like, if I had known Joe Burrow was going to play in one game, I certainly wouldn't have picked. Now, I'll tell you what might change it, Muse. I'll tell you what might change me off my spot here.
What is that?
The Bengals make a trade for a quarterback. Then I'm back on board.
Even if it's like Kirk Cousins?
I think they should do a deal with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, dear Lord. That's it. Now, we're late for a break. Taylor's up next. What are you talking about? They're not getting Lamar Jackson. I know that's not what you meant. I know that's not what you meant.
What did I mean, Muse?
You meant for the current quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, which is Cooper Rush.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If the Bengals go out and get Coop, tell you what, that's how you get this thing back on track. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here, Muse. Lamar Jackson being injured is going to be the best thing that ever happened to Baltimore.
No, it's not.
Cooper Rush, put a real quarterback in there, Muse. A real winner. A guy that's thrown a team on his back before with a starter injured like he did in Dallas.
I don't think he threw him on his back.
Led him to the promised land.
I don't think he did that either.
Hoisted a Lombardi.
He did not.
Cooper Rush.
No.
The GOAT.
Better than Brady.
My best friend.
Not your best friend.
Guy I've cheered for his entire life.
You don't even know him.
Cooper Rush.
Nope.
It's time for the Bengals to step up and do the right thing. Bring Coop to Cincinnati. That's what those of us who know him best call him, Coop. Coop. We call him Coop. We do. That's what we call. We've always
Others
called him.
do. You do not.
No, that's what I call him. That's what we call him, Coop. We, his best friends, who've cheered him since his little league days,
the Pop Warner days,
Pop Warner through high school, college.
Where did he go to college?
We're late for a break, Muse. It's after further review.
AFR.
We're brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. You spell it out, O-N-E, 1hourbr.com. Got word yesterday from Paul Ragusa over at River City's 1 Hour Air. Shout out. They're cranking up the preseason heater safety check. Cannot recommend this highly enough. By the way, whenever the technician is at your house, make sure you ask about their maintenance club. Now, I'm part of the maintenance club, and it's completely worth it because the seasonal maintenance that you get is complimentary. So your heater safety check and your AC tune-up, they call you to schedule, and that's a free service when you're part of their maintenance club. And then, of course, you get membership club pricing, you get front-of-the-line service, all the benefits. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend that. But make sure you get this heater safety check. Mention the Moscona special. They'll knock $30 off the price. River City's 1 Hour Air.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. They're the gang with the slang.
Keep it 100. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Bourbon Dictionary with Matt Moscona and Taylor Calandro.
I don't understand.
All right, get your booze questions in as we wrap up hour number 1. Email us, tweet us, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Taylor's with us. How are you, dude?
Good, Matt. I'm back. Good to be back.
Taylor was gone last week. He was going to see the mouse there in...
Went to the mouse. The house of the mouse.
How, did you buy a lot of overpriced beer?
You know what? It was so incredibly hot there last week. I couldn't drink enough water to stay hydrated.
Huh.
I had the I didn't drink any beer while I was there. I had it was so hot. The Italian margarita in Italy, fantastic.
What's an Italian margarita?
I think theirs had limoncello in it, so just tequila and limoncello, and I'm sure a few other things. It was delicious. So if you're ever in Epcot, go find that thing. It was in Italy. Really, really good. But I didn't have any beer. They do sell Parish beer in Epcot, though.
Oh, like Parish Brewing from Louisiana?
Parish Brewing, yeah.
Okay.
You can drink Ghost in the Machine. I think they have Ghost in the Machine right now, but they always have like a core product and like a seasonal. But yeah, they're in Epcot. Parish Brewing Company.
Shout out. That's great. Love to hear that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They're almost as good as Parish Construction and Roofing. Maybe we should collab on a Parish Construction and Roofing beer with Parish Brewing.
You should definitely do that. I can make that happen. I think you know people that can make that happen.
Do I?
Sure. Mockler.
Well, I know the Mocklers distribute Parish Brewing products, but could they get us a Parish Construction Roofing beer?
I could get you a Parish Construction. Just we'll talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it right now. How do we do this?
Well,
we'll talk about it. We're talking right now.
Brewing.
Okay, well, let's talk to them. Call them up. Who are we calling over there? You can't just talk to Parish Brewing. You got to talk to a person over there. Who are we talking to?
Do you want to call Jacob Talley?
Yeah. You want to call him right now?
You're joking.
Call him right now. Call him right now. Will he answer your call and not curse on air?
He will, absolutely.
Do it. All right, call him right now. Taylor's going to call Jacob Talley from Parish Brewing, and we're going to see if he can get us linked up here to have a Parish Construction and Roofing beer. In the meantime, you can get your questions in for Taylor. You can email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400. While he does that, I can remind you about Evermore, which, you know what, Taylor, if you're drinking a lot of Italian margaritas or whatever, drink Evermore and stay hydrated. EVAMOR, evermore.com. Evermore.com. Taylor?
Hello?
Yeah, there you are. All right, so where do we stand?
Well, I thought I tried to merge the call. And Jacob, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, okay. All right, Taylor, explain. Does Jacob know what's going on?
No, I just told him he was going live on the radio. And
Okay, we'll tell him.
He's a good sport. Parish Construction wants to do a Parish Brewing collab.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. We're done. Yeah. All right, how do we do, Jacob, what do we do next? Parish Construction Roofing, Parish Brewing. Great synergies here. Two great American families finally united, like the Larges and the why am I blanking? Muse, Cleary, the Clearys and the Larges. Yes, two great American families, two great Louisiana businesses merging. That was a Wedding Crashers reference. All right, what do we do next, Jacob?
That's a great question. I mean, I guess you got to determine what sort of beer you want it to be. Like what.
I don't love. Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like Goses and I don't like sours. Anything else, I think I'm good with.
Okay. Well, I mean, we do a lot of those styles that are not either of those.
Good. I like a lot of your stuff. I drink a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate that. I mean, a lot of the things that we make that we're most known for are all the hoppy beers, double IPAs, triple IPAs.
I know. I love that so much. You know what? The hoppier, the hazier, the better for me. You give me like a super hazy triple IPA, I'm all for that.
Yep, I love that too. Or, you know, we're doing THC seltzers now too. I don't know if that's even...
Not interested. Not interested.
Yep.
I
don't know, man.
THC seltzer and then get on a roof.
Nope, not doing that. Not doing that.
Yep.
There are laws and there's responsible license. We are a responsible licensed contractor, but I do think that this would be a great collab here. Parish Construction Roofing, Parish Brewing doing a beer.
Yep, love that.
Okay, so what do we do next? You can't, and you're
I
like,
don't know, maybe you could put a poll
Jacob,
out
that's
there.
the second time you said I don't know. You're the guy who's like, you're literally the guy.
I am the guy, but maybe we should put a poll out there and see what the people want. Like, what sort of beer do the people like to see?
Okay, that's what we'll do then. And then whatever they decide, I'll just make up my own mind anyway.
Spoiler alert, it will be an IPA like that.
I love that. Yes. All right, great. So we'll connect then, and we'll make a beer. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll have the beer on the
I love that.
Beer will be on shelves tomorrow.
I'll be at the brewery, and we can discuss it. Absolutely.
So the beer will be ready, canned, and on shelves tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how that works.
All right, thank you, Jacob. I will call you. Seriously, I want to do this. This would be great.
Okay.
All right. Scott said, Taylor, where's the new Parish Construction Roofing beer available?
Apparently, it's going to be available tomorrow.
Yes.
on every retail shelf that Parrish has.
So good. Let's see. Where are we? Brandon said, "Ask Taylor, have you had big mustache whiskey, solid black bottle? Said, I caught it on sale. It was very good, but I haven't seen it anywhere else."
I've never heard of that. What is it called?
Big mustache whiskey?
No, I haven't tried that one or heard of it. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Rose, we got like 30 seconds. Rose said, "Is Grey Goose the best vodka?"
Objectionably, the best vodka is like saying the best water. It's like if you like it, it's great.
By the way,
wheat vodka.
The best water is Evamore. This is objectively true. It's a fact. EVAMOR, Evamore.com.
I like Tito's. If you like Grey Goose, it goes down the same. It'll get you to the same place.
We got 2 seconds.
I guarantee you.
We got 2 seconds.
See ya.
AFR.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, so good. All right, we're brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows door siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters as well. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Energy-efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank vinyl siding. They do it all. They do it better than anyone. And, of course, at Relief Windows, Brandon always says their number one product is customer satisfaction. Brandon has told me this for years, and I know I've shared it with you, but this is really the core, the ethos of what they do. It says, as a business owner, you have to be willing to spend your last dollar to make your customer happy. And when that's the mindset of the owner and it filters on down to everyone in that organization, you understand why Relief Windows has grown the way they have. Now, the other thing it's important to remember, lifetime transferable warranty. So like if you're building a house, new construction, use Relief Windows because then you'll never have to replace your windows or pay to replace your windows ever. ReliefWindows.com.